Sometimes phone calls turn out differently than you could expect. So I was driving along and my phone rings and I see it's from Ken Agard. And even though I hadn't been working with Ken for about a decade, my heart sank. And I'm thinking, oh my God, there's a system in trouble somewhere. And Kenny's calling to complain about it. And then the phone's still ringing, and I'm thinking, no, it's been 10 years. It can't be a system in trouble. So I answered the phone, and to my amazement and honor, I discovered the fact that I'm going to be here tonight. So thank you, Ken, and thank you, all of you. And it's truly astonishing. Successful systems, in my experience, they come from the close cooperation and communication between the technical teams that I've had, and I've had the pleasure to lead some of those, and experts in sport, experts who are expert in determining what are the important stories to tell in sport and how to tell them. But, what is the information that needs to be communicated? And it's that cooperation between the folks that know what's possible to do and the folks that know what's important to do, that all of the valuable systems come out of that cooperation. And I've had the incredible good fortune in the work that I've helped with in sports to work with guys like David Hill, Jed Drake, Fred Godelli, Ed Gorin, Eric Shanks, Jeffrey Mason. And the resulting systems all have the characteristics of they take something that's important to the sport, happens a lot, and is hard to see, and makes it easy to see, and gives the professional storytellers the ability to do their job better and tell those stories. Somebody recently, in my other life, my other sort of parallel career as a professional navigator in sailing, somebody asked me what I was most proud of in my life. And they were expecting an answer like, setting the round the world record or a transatlantic record or something. But instead, I thought about it for a while, and I thought, the thing that I'm actually most proud of in my life is the fact that I've been able to collect up a group of technical professionals and drag them around with me for the last 40 years, and to find for that team important problems to work on. And that's really what I'm most proud of in my entire life. And I've worked with the same guys, for 40 years. We started working together at Stanford Research Institute. We founded a company called ETAC that pioneered vehicle navigation. We did the puck with David Hill, did the yellow line, K-Zone, the NASCAR tracking system, and then Live Line for the America's Cup. And I'm enormously proud that I was able to basically keep the same group of folks together, through this entire sequence of projects over a period of 40 years. Ken Milnes I've worked with for 37 years. Marv White, 35 years. Rick Cavallero, 30 years. Jerry Russell, Tim Heidman, Terry O'Brien, J.R. Glaudemans. These are the guys that have done the heavy lifting. And the thing I'm proud of is to have found these guys, to have kept them together, and by working with the storytellers in sport, find problems that are worthy of a technical team like that. I also like to thank my partners in Sportvision. Bill Squadron, after we did the puck, I was in the process of making a clean getaway to my sailing world. And Bill was absolutely relentless in tracking me down and insisting that we found Sportvision. And he eventually prevailed. And without Bill's absolute insistence, it never would have happened. And then Jerry Gepner, David Hill introduced us in the early days of the puck project. It was clear that I could pull together a team and we could find a way to track the puck and we could do graphics and all of that. That was going to be solvable. But none of us knew the first thing about television. And without Jerry, it would have been the same exercise that all of you have experienced, where guys in white coats show up at the compound and it doesn't go well. But Jerry avoided that problem for us, so that by the time we showed up in the compound, we had the right connectors, the right gear, we understood the language, and we fit right in. And so Jerry was also an absolute critical element to the founding of Sportvision and to all the systems that followed. But the real critical cooperation to make all the things that I'm most proud of possible has been the cooperation with folks that know what the important stories are. And that, again, is David Hill, Jed Drake, Jeff Mason, Fred Godelli, Ed Gorin, Eric Shanks. Those are the guys without whose cooperation none of this would have worked. Thank you.